Hello there everyone, welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Tuesday, June the 5th, 2012, and I am very glad to be back in Canada. Obviously, for the last 5 days, Steve and I have been down in Chantilly, Virginia to provide coverage of the annual Bilderberg conference that was going on there, and it was an amazing experience to say the least. Heading out of the country, here on the Canadian side at Toronto Pearson International Airport, we surprisingly didn't have too many problems or issues at all getting onto the plane. As I suspected we may have some issues, it ended up going just how it should go, where I wasn't harassed or didn't have any problems. They initially asked me, what's your purpose for going to the States? And I said that we're journalists, we're filmmakers, and we're going there to document a conference. And I figured the next question would be, well, what's the conference? Who's meeting? What are you filming? What's it all about? But he didn't get into that at all. His next question was, well, who do you work for? And I said, we work for pressfortruth.ca and pressfortruth.tv. And he said, okay, go on ahead. So we went through, had no problems at all, but that certainly wasn't the case on the way back. At Washington Dulles Airport. We were in line for the pre-screening area, and we were forced with the choice to either go through the X-ray naked body scanner machine or to opt out of the machine and go for the intrusive pat-down from the TSA. So when I came up to the line, they said, step right on in here, sir. And I said, no way, I don't want to walk through that machine. And they said, okay, you'll have to come over here to secondary. And the interesting thing is, while the TSA agent was patting me down and groping me, the whole time he was saying, this isn't that bad, right? It's not that bad. You may have heard things online or seen some videos or heard some things, but it's really not that bad, right? Right? It's really not bad. Right? Constantly trying to get me to say it's not that bad. But I just didn't, we just left it at that and said no comment. And when I eventually kind of reunited there with Steve after he also got patted down, he told me that the TSA agent who was dealing with him was saying the exact same things, saying you may have heard some things, but it's really not that bad. It's not bad, right? And Steve said something similar, saying, you know what, no comment. And so it almost seems like it's part of their protocol now. It's part of the daily operations of the TSA is to try to condition people or convince them or try to tell them that, you know what, you may have heard some things, but this isn't really bad, right? Hoping that they will say, yeah, I guess it's not so bad. And it really just serves to condition people to get used to the tyrannical big brother police state surveillance grid where everyone is being treated like a criminal, even if you are completely innocent of any wrongdoing. So that was the only unfortunate part about the flight in or flight out, I should say, was dealing with the TSA. But other than that, the entire trip was an incredible experience. As I said, you've probably already seen a number of the update videos that I've been putting out on YouTube while I was there. And, we were filming and working hard for those 5 days. I would say on average, Steve and I probably put in around 10 to 12 hours each day of just being out there with all our gear, filming. I mean, by the end of it, I was sunstroke and my back was killing me and my knees and my feet. I was just aching. I felt like an old man or something because we were just going nonstop. And we got so much unbelievable coverage. As I said, you've probably seen some of the YouTube videos, and that was quite literally just every now and then I would just pull out my cell phone and grab little snippets because I wanted to give people back at home some updates about some of our coverage on a daily basis while we were there. But we have so much other stuff that we captured on tape that nobody has seen yet. So we're currently now going through the process of going through the footage. We have to capture the tapes and transfer the footage into a digital format that we can edit with. And so our original plan before we left was we figured we'd go there, film some things, interview some people, put out a few YouTube videos, and when we come home, we'd spend the next few days, maybe week, going through the footage and putting together a YouTube video, probably 10 or 15 minute YouTube video, compiling our entire experience into one video. But last night, as we're realizing, we're going through some of the stuff and we're realizing we've got a ton of awesome stuff here. So I'm very happy today to announce that we've decided that just some little 10-minute YouTube video is simply not going to do it justice, and we've decided to make an all-out documentary on our experience. We're gonna make a short doc, try to contain this one within a half hour or 45 minutes long at the most. We'd like to keep it under 45 minutes. And we just think that's the way to go because we got so much good stuff. In order to do it justice, we are now going to make, as I said, I'm proud to announce our 5th film here at Press for Truth TV, documenting the Bilderberg Group, our experiences at Bilderberg 2012, and a history of the Bilderberg Group and a lot of other information that we can put in there as well. And some of the interviews, I spoke with a lot of members of the independent media who were there, people like Adam Kokesh of Adam versus the Man. Jim Tucker was there, got to speak with him. Other people like Luke Radowski, Jason Burmis, Mark Dice, a lot of people who are very well researched and had a lot of great things to say. And again, we went all out with our filming, cameras on tripods, multiple angles as we always do. Proper mics, so we no doubt have the workings of a really good film here. So, and we honestly, it was like as if it was meant to be. There were so many instances where either myself or Steve would just happen to be in the right place at the right time to capture something going on, whether it be somebody getting arrested and tackled on the ground or tackled up against a fence and kind of grabbed by 5 police officers. Either myself or Steve just so happened to be standing in just the perfect place at just the right time, and we've captured everything on video. So the amount of stuff that we have is incredible. If you've seen the YouTube videos, you're really only seeing a very small portion of some of the really great footage that we have that nobody's seen yet. So today I'm very happy to announce that this is indeed going to be our next project. Like I said, before we went out there, we didn't know what we were going to, it's impossible to know what you're going to capture before you go. But on our way back, we realized we have so much good stuff here. We have the makings of a really good little short documentary that we want to put together. So we figure it's worth it to take the extra time, whether it be a few weeks, hopefully not, we obviously want to get this out sooner than later, but we want to do it justice and put the proper amount of time and effort into making this a really solid, comprehensive, short documentary. So we're really stoked to get that out there. As I said, the experience was unbelievable. The footage we got, the interviews we've got, I just can't wait to get some of this stuff out there. For example, talk about being in the right place at the right time. I don't know if you saw my YouTube video. I'll put a link in the description in case you haven't seen it yet. But I managed to capture some footage of some of the people leaving the Bilderberg conference, and just to my luck, one of the cars that I managed to get right up close to and get my camera right up to the window just so happened to be Canadian Bilderberg Steering Committee member Heather Reisman. She is certainly on the inner circle of the Bilderberg Group. She's been a member of the steering committee for years. She recruits and scouts out new people to invite to the meetings. Of course, she is a CEO and president of Indigo Books and Music, editor of Huffington Post. She's a major player, and she looked right into my camera. She looked right at me and smiled with this smug little smile as she waved at me as the car pulled out. And that's just a small example of some of the really awesome stuff we got. We got footage of Henry Kissinger pulling in. It was just another time where Steve was in the right place at the right time. Nobody was really filming, and all of a sudden there's Kissinger, and Steve was already rolling, and we are some of the only people who managed to capture that. So it's almost like it was meant to be. So today I'm super excited to announce that that's what we're going to be working on over the next few days. So I just wanted to give you an update now that I'm back here in Toronto, Canada. I'll let you know the trip went good. We made it home safe and sound. We've got over 20 hours of pure gold as far as footage to go through and to begin compiling this thing into a comprehensive documentary that we'll be releasing as soon as we can. And just looking over some of the news today, obviously there's so many things going on that I could be talking about. I heard there was a shooting in the Eaton Center. There's this zombie apocalypse scenario. There's this guy emailing a foot to the conservatives and a hand to the liberals, and so many things have happened since I've been gone that we can get into. I'm sure we will, but for today, I just wanted to give you an update about how the trip went. One of the highlights for me was not even after the filming. After a long day of filming, we went out to dinner with me, Luke Rudowski, me and Steve, Luke, Jason Burmis, Mark Dice, and just sitting around a dinner table with those guys. Some of the conversations we have were really cool, and I was just honored to be a part of it all. And none of it could have been made possible without the viewers and the people contributing to the chip-in widget that I set up in order for us to raise enough funds to be able to do this in the first place. So anybody who contributed to us going down there, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We couldn't have done it without you guys. And again, you guys are going to like what we're going to be putting together with all the footage that we got. So anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for today. Just wanted to let you know about what we have in store for the next, I don't want to put a date on it yet, but we'll probably cut together some sort of a trailer probably in the next few weeks and maybe have a release date that we can announce as soon as we get an idea of when we might be finished compiling this new short documentary on the Bilderberg group. And anyways, guys, that is it for today. Again, glad to be back, glad to be here, back into the swing of things at Press for Truth, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Okay, take care.